In this video, I'm going to be covering the stereo delay. As you've heard me say, this is not a video on how to use delay. However, it's for me to show you the different controls and what they do. Before we go ahead and look at the controls on the delay, let's look at the top. We see here that we have two buttons which will allow us to use the global tap tempo to control the delay. With these buttons engaged, as we're using the tap button on the control surface, this will then trigger the delay times within the unit. You have the ability to either select both or individual. The great thing about the stereo delay is that it gives us two different delay engines within one effects rack. I like to take advantage of using the stereo delay, and I suggest you do the same. This gives you the ability to have two different sends into the delay to create different delay times. Like on my main vocalist, and I'll show you here, if I open this up, you'll see that one of the engines has an eighth note delay and the other side has a quarter note delay. This allows me to have two different delays off of the same unit. Now let's look at the controls. If you look here on the left side, we have the ability to take the delay in and out of circuit. On the far right, we have our inputs and our output meters. On the display, we have the ability to show the delay time in either beats per minute or milliseconds. I like to use beats per minute. Now let's scroll down to the assignable controls. On the far left here, we have the ability to change our delay times, which is showing our note values. Next, we have our encoder for the feedback level. Then we have the ability to adjust our low cut as well as our high cut. And last, we have our wet-dry mix. And for our assignable control buttons, we have X2, and this is going to go ahead and double the delay time value. Next, we have our tap button, and if you see that nothing is happening when I'm pressing the tap, that's because I have global tap tempo selected for delay 1. If I unselect it, now I'll have the ability to use this as a tap tempo. This is great if you have a specific delay time that you need to use. Let's go ahead and switch that back. Next, we have down and up. This gives us the ability to toggle through the different note values. Then, we have two buttons for our low frequency post feedback, as well as our high frequency post feedback. And last, we have the in and out of circuit button. Next, you'll see here in the top left, we have this 1/4. In some devices, this is an indication to let us know that we have additional pages that we can scroll to if we hit the right arrow. In the stereo delay, this is actually the readout for our delay time. However, if we do toggle to the right, you'll see that we do have one other page. This will bring all the assignable controls to the lower portion of the stereo delay. Take note, we have all the same adjustable parameters as we did on the top portion of the delay.